Hello and welcome back to Breaking Out of the Box. I'm your host, April Brambila, and I am here joined with a special guest. What is your name?
Natalie Moncada.
And we're just going to talk about who you are first off. So, who are you? Why are you here?
I'm here because I was invited to be here. And I'm Natalie. I go to UTSA.
Go Runners.
And I'm majoring in education, and I'll be graduating. I'll be graduating in the class of 2025 of spring.
Woo! That's exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get started with a question just to ease us into our topic later. And so, what is one of your favorite authentic restaurants in San Antonio? If you can pick one.
Mine would probably be Viva Vegeteria.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the last word.
Yeah,
correctly.
we just call it Viva.
We call it Viva. But that's probably my favorite restaurant. It's very authentic in Mexican-driven cuisine.
Cool.
And it's a vegan restaurant, so it doesn't, have plates that contain any animal products.
Animal or any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and for people who don't know, because I know some people get confused with veganism and vegetarianism, so can you explain that for us in simple terms?
Definitely. So, vegan is someone who, or being a vegan is someone who doesn't eat anything that involves or comes from an animal, and then vegetarian is things that aren't an animal but come from an animal, such as honey, milk, cheese, and eggs.
Okay, that's amazing to hear that that's your favorite restaurant. And so they serve everything from just Mexican cuisine.
So,
do they sell any like American food in there or just Mexican strictly?
Not that I recall. My go-tos are the classic vegan nachos and probably their flautas. Those are probably the only two things that I've got at that restaurant. Just because it's just my favorite.
Cool. Yeah, that was my next question. If you had a favorite like thing,
Yes.
a favorite plate from there. But okay, well, great. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
So the next question is for you. Where were you raised in?
I was born here in San Antonio, Texas, and raised in Laredo, Texas. It's near the border. Yeah. Do
you have any favorite childhood memories from Laredo that you can share with us?
Yeah, so one of my favorite, or first thing that comes to mind is my favorite, memory with my sister. My grandmother, she got my sister and I pink electric car.
Yeah.
And it was a Mustang.
Aww.
But I didn't fit in it.
I used to have a Cinderella one.
Yeah. So my sister would be the one driving it, and she would get mad at me because I wanted to drive it, but I couldn't because I didn't fit and all this stuff. But my sister and my brother, my older brother, they would stay after tutoring just because they needed it. And I didn't need to stay for tutoring, so I would get on the bus and go home by myself, and my grandma would pick me up at the bus stop. And so one time when my siblings were coming back from school, I went in the pink Mustang to go pick up my sister. But we walked. It was walking distance from the bus stop to our home. So
that's so cool. That's so cute. I love that. All right. So you were raised in Laredo, but you were born over here in SA, and then you've grown up here?
Yeah, I've been here since I was in probably 3rd grade, 2nd grade, which I don't know the age.
Yeah.
So I'm not out of the top of my head, at least.
Well, before I forget, happy Hispanic Heritage Month, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, happy. The other day, we actually went to Target, and
they had a whole Hispanic Heritage Latino section for the
month. Yeah. To celebrate the month. And they do it with LGBTQIA plus community too.
During Pride Month in
June.
During
Pride Month, yes, exactly. And they had this whole thing happen with the Pride collection, and they ended up going into the back. And so that was kind of like a crazy thing
to experience,
you know, from it being in the front and then for it to be in the back,
hidden
hidden away, which is like not the point. But this time we went, and we didn't even know there was gonna be a section for it, and we ended up going in the back, and we found that section of the Heritage Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and we were like, what?
I didn't even know that it exists. Like, it started this month, or if they've done it previous years. And it's crazy because, like, you know, just like Pride Month, when you walk into Target, that's the first thing you see and the first thing you look at. But then to go into Target, and like, I didn't even know it was there. And like, when we walked around Target, and to see that it's like in the back and hidden, like, it's kind of sad. And like, what else more that you can do other than just say, hey, can this be moved to the front?
Like, can we protest or something? I don't know, but it sucks seeing it in the back when it could be in the front where it's like proud to be. And so it's kind of sad. So I don't know if that's going to be a continuous thing with all of like the celebrations of the months and things like that of but yeah, that's what happened. And so, but we supported the artist that had their art there and their products, and we ended up getting some things. And what did you get?
I got this beautiful dress created by an artist.
I think they have a little thingy.
This is
like, show them.
Okay. Artist. Her name is Daniela Jordan Vilas.
I have no clue.
I don't want to mispronounce
the artist right there.
That's
I don't know if it's gonna focus at all, but well. Anyways, it's pretty cool, and I also got a few things from her too.
Yeah. You got?
Yeah, I got a mug for my sister. It was beautiful. It is beautiful. And then a baby, like, little piece of clothing.
A onesie.
Yeah, a onesie, but for next year. Because it'll be cute, because I was like, oh, she can just wear it next year for Hispanic Heritage Month, because, you know.
She's going to be a newborn. She's not even born yet.
Exactly. So I'm like, she's not going to wear it. And my sister got so many clothes anyways. But anyways, so talking about Hispanic and Latinos and all of that culture, what is a myth or misunderstanding of being Hispanic or Latinx? If you can think of anything on the top of your head. I mean, I can think about it for a little while, but
a myth or misunderstanding. I don't know. Do you have something in the top of mind?
Any myths? I mean, I guess we can go into stereotypes if that's something, but,
I guess, yeah. I mean, if you want to start with stereotypes, I know because of my major and what I want to pursue, I do care for children. So before my current employment, I was a nanny. And so with the nanny comes a lot of doings of child caretaking and cleaning and, cooking and all that kinds of stuff because, you are caring for a child, which require all those necessities. So when I would go, tell friends about I guess oh, I'm a nanny, I guess it was just oh, so it's I guess what I was expecting is I don't know, that was already something that I must be doing because I'm Hispanic, I'm a woman
of color,
yeah, so
yeah, even because being just a woman,
exactly,
you have to clean, you have to cook, you have to provide, you have to do all of this. Well, not really provide, but provide for your baby or
the baby that was caring for
the baby,
and all that stuff. And it's when also something that I experienced when I took the baby into the baby that I was caring for into their doctor's appointment, 3-month checkup, 6-month checkup, 9-month checkup. I experienced a lot of they assumed that I was the mom when I wasn't. And it's for doctors or nurses or pediatricians to even assume that you were the mother without asking, I think is personally disrespectful, and for them to assume that I'm the mom when I wasn't. So
yeah. And thinking about that, I know this is kind of different, but it's you're also, you're queer, and it's what if I just think about it and I'm queer couples probably go in with their babies all the time, and then the doctors are probably oh, where's the mom, or where's the dad? Exactly. And it's you can't assume these things anymore. You have to be so open-minded now, and it's not hard. I feel
not just simply saying oh, who are the guardians, or what would you like to be referred to as. It's as simple as that. That's what I do in my place of employment. Oh, whoever comes pick you up, instead of saying, oh, is your mom or dad picking you up? Because some of the kids that I work with don't even have either mom or dad. And it's mentioning oh, who is dad picking you up today? And then for them to reply oh, I don't have a dad. It's heartbreaking. And it's you shouldn't refer to those things anymore. Out of respect of others, just be oh, who's coming to pick you up? Or, oh, who's this? Or who can I refer to that person for you as? It's just simple things like that, and it's not hard. And I think it could go to many other things using pronouns and just other things like that.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And welcome back. I know we were, having a tough little conversations, but these are important, and this is why I wanted to do this podcast in the first place, to have these conversations about controversial things and important things and things normal people don't go through, especially being queer and Hispanic and a woman and all of that good stuff. So,
yeah.
But I do have an important question, and it is, we're going back to another tough question, but when was a time that you, Natalie, broke out of a box?
A time I broke out of the box, and it's the first thing that comes to mind, was probably when, this is gonna get really touchy-feely, when I left my mother's home. I can hold this for you.
Yeah, feel free.
When I left my mother's home, simply because of the abuse I was experiencing. So I was already 18, and I was just experiencing things that I wouldn't put anyone else through. And I started calling friends and was hey, I'm going through stuff. Do you think you can help me out? Can I move in with you? Like, I just want to get out. And during the time, I was very closeted. I wasn't open about my sexuality.
Yeah.
And that was really what, like, kind of drove it all, because my mom was telling me that I can't see so-and-so at the time. And I was like, no, I'm 18. Like, I'm an adult. I should be able to be, doing things an adult should do. Like, just hanging out with friends. It was just very manipulative and controlling. So I was just like, okay, you know what? I shouldn't be experiencing this. My eyes open. I was like, I just need to get out. So, luckily I have amazing friends who helped me. They, we kind of did this whole setup where, okay, I'm gonna pick you up at this time on this day. So just have some things ready. And so I left, and that same day my mom kind of unfolded my sexuality. I didn't even tell her. She just kind of found out. And we haven't spoken since. We're going on 3 years. This month will be 3 years on the 20th. So
this month?
Yes, September 20th will be 3 years. So, I mean, I wish no bad. I wish nobody no bad.
Yeah.
Like, at all. So, it was just for my sake, my sanity, my peace.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. First off, I know it's really hard, but again, it's important to talk about, and like having these conversations, other people can listen and like understand you too. Like, there's people who have gone through the same thing too. So thank you for being so open in the first place and vulnerable. So how are you doing right now, and how did you overcome that? Like, how did you do?
I think extreme amount of love and support had helped me grow to where I am today. I don't think I would be where I am today without like my loved ones, my there's this word, family, ¿cómo se le dice?
I have no clue.
There's this thing, chosen family. There's people that I choose to be a part of my life, that is my family. And so this can include just simply as friends, or
not blood,
just people who you chose and reached a different connection with. That's like, okay, I want you to be part of my life forever. Just healing still, all that good stuff.
Definitely. I mean, going through really tough situations, you don't heal just like that, for sure. So like, we all wish you luck on your journey of healing. And but how do you think this made you grow as a person, and just in general?
I definitely found myself, who I want to be, what I represent, and what I know, what I want other kids to look up to. It's definitely my whole journey, and my journey that's going to continue to grow, the path that I'm continue to walk. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have words.
You want to show?
I don't have words to explain what it is, and I feel like it'll come as I go. But it's just what I want to represent in my future classrooms, or to kids who go through similar situations as me. It's like, I know what it is. I just don't have the right words for it.
So, talking about your kids and what you want to do for them, and be the role model. What is one of the biggest misconceptions of your field or industry?
That it's easy. Like, being a teacher is easy. I hear that a lot, because, I mean, what people assume is that, you just go into the classroom and just teach kids, and that's all that's all you're expected to do. When in reality, that's not the case, because you're not only working with kids, you're working with parents, you're working with family members, you're dealing with children who have learning disabilities, children who have undiagnosed disabilities, and it's like it's just a lot that goes into one. You're dealing with like state mandate testing, standardized testing, meeting a curriculum that is probably not essential for the classroom, considering that the kids are not going to just sit down and read a book. Like, that's not fun. I know when I was in school, I didn't comprehend reading whatsoever, that I failed so many STAR tests I had to retake, even like up into my junior year of high school. Like, it's, I don't know, the way schools are created is kind of
sucky.
Yeah.
The boo.
Caca.
Caca.
So it's like, whenever people say like teaching is easy, I would honestly, like, I mean, if you want to have the conversation with me, by all means, I'm willing to, like, carry a conversation about the topic of teaching. But it's like, be open-minded about every profession, not just like teaching strictly, because like there's a lot that goes into everything. You just all don't know. Excuse me.
It's super, super true, because like for me, I thought, having a business was just like, oh, like this easy thing to do. No, like, I mean, it sounds crazy, like, oh, like a business, what, right? Some people would be like, okay, that's crazy. But when you go into it, so many people that are shoppers or customers, they go up to you and they're like, hey, why is this so pricey? Why is this so much? And it's like, in reality, it's $5 for a pair of earrings, and it's like, it is not that much, but a lot of work.
Go to James A.
Yeah, exactly. Go to James. Exactly, for one charm or
a charm. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people don't realize the work that goes behind, like a job or a career or any profession. Exactly. So just be open-minded, everyone.
A lot of things.
Okay, so break time. We just, again, tough conversation. So I have a question. Mangonada or raspa? And it'll be your favorite raspa. So
I don't know. I've been liking blue coconut because of you.
It's superior.
Yes, it is. But if it weren't blue coconut, I'd say strawberry. And then if it was mangonada, like the mangonada, like the little eyes and the chamoy and Lucas, I would put that on the strawberry raspa too, But it's just strictly a plain raspa, ice and syrup, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with mangonada.
Mangonada?
Yeah, it's a must.
I don't know what I would choose, to be honest. Whatever I'm in the mood for. But if you haven't had a mangonada yet or a raspa, go get you one, because it's really good and it's a staple. Like if you're from out of San Antonio, like go try one. Cause
we don't know who our viewers are yet.
No, but mangonada is so good. I swear. Like if you like mango, go get you. If you like, you can request without chamoy or Lucas, but it is recommended. All right, so let's do an ending question. So, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give your younger self?
I think I would tell my younger self to just be kind to yourself. I think it's just simple to say that. It's just be kind to yourself. We criticize ourselves so hard. We try to meet these expectations that, we are all in our own path. We all grow differently. So it's just like, be kind to yourself. And in the long run, like, you got this.
Yeah.
We all got this. Like,
yeah, we all got this. Even in a world that has, craziness but everyone has different thoughts, everyone's different, and that is the world, and that's how it is. We're going to break out of the box, because we are all all different, and at the end of the day, that's what it is. And as long as we just respect one another and, you know, be open-minded. And
yeah, my little advice to whoever's watching this, it's kind of like, again, be nice to not only yourself but others, because if I was never here, y'all probably wouldn't have heard my story or what I was going through or what I experienced, or just simply y'all hearing me, what I had to say. So, you know, April hasn't yet talked about her story, but you don't know what she's been through.
no one
Don't know. Does. I probably don't know what y'all been through. But it's just like, just consider things, little things like that. The people that surround you, whether you're in person or virtual, like when you sit in a classroom, in a room in general, just like look around you and see that people have been through things that you probably couldn't have think of. So it's just like, be kind to yourself and others.
Yeah. And we'll leave you off with that. Be kind to each other. And this was Breaking Out of the Box with Natalie, special guest. And we'll see you next time. Peace.